Test, 1 2 1 2 1 2, testing 1 2. And we are back for the second half of Coventry United versus Shepshed Dynamo, right here at a rather wet and windy Spinks Drive. The half-time score: Coventry United 1, Shepshed Dynamo 0, thanks to Kevin Thornton's goal in the 5th minute. An absolute howler from Laurie Pearson, the goalkeeper for Shepshed, allowing United the chance to sneak in front. Apart from that, there hasn't really been that many opportunities. I mean, Jimmy Holden could have had a decent strike at goal around half an hour in if it wasn't for a fantastic slide challenge from the Shepshed defender, and also a free kick from Joshua Grady narrowly edged wide. But apart from that, it hasn't exactly been the best of games, but I'm sure we're going to see some fantastic football in the second half. So let's keep our fingers crossed for some more goals, preferably in the red and green net. Well, if I should say, for Coventry United, if they're in the red and green net, United are going to lose, aren't they? We are, of course, independent, but we do like to see Coventry United win. It makes our job a lot easier, and also the lads are a lot more willing to do interviews if they win. So, so if they do win, we'll try and get an interview with one of the United players after the match. Of course, today's show is sponsored by our good friends at Graham, the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands by all your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for your nearest store location and the latest special offers. Let's get some half-time scores around the grounds now, starting with the Premier League. Chelsea 1, Swansea City 1. They've only failed to win twice against teams outside the top 6 all season of Chelsea. Could that be about to be made 3 times? Crystal Palace 1, Middlesbrough 0. Crucial goal there for Crystal Palace, leading their relegation rivals. Patrick Van Aanholt, the former Coventry City left-back, scoring his first goal for his new side. Everton 1, Sunderland 0. Idrissa Gana Gay scoring for Everton. 0-0 between Hull City and Burnley, while West Brom lead Bournemouth by 2-1 after going from behind. Josh King scored the first goal for Bournemouth, but Craig Dawson and Gareth McCauley able to turn it around for the Baggies. In the Championship, 1 full-time score to bring you. Leeds 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. The half-time scores: Aston Villa 1, Derby 0, Barnsley 0, Huddersfield 1, Brentford 1, Rotherham 0, Cardiff 1, Fulham 1. A shock scoreline from St James's Park: Newcastle 0, Bristol City 2, Preston 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Wigan 0, Nottingham Forest 0, and at the Amex Stadium later tonight, Brighton versus Reading. It's a late kickoff at 5:30. In League 1, AFC Wimbledon 0, Walsall 0, Bristol Rovers 1, Scunthorpe 0, Charlton 0, Bury 1, Chesterfield 0, Oxford 2. You know what's coming, lads, don't you? Coventry City 0, Swindon Town 2. I don't know why I bother. I really don't know why I bother. Being a Coventry fan is it's the worst kind of torture you can inflict on yourself. So Coventry losing by 2-0 at home to Swindon at the Ricoh Arena. Fleetwood 1, Northampton 0, Gillingham 2, Southend 0. It just gets better. Gillingham are winning. They're going to pull away from the relegation zone now. MK Dons 2, Shrewsbury 0, Oldham 0, Millwall 0, Peterborough 2, Rochdale 1, Port Vale 0, Bradford 1, and Sheffield United 1, Bolton 0. And finally in Sky Bet League 2, Barnet 0, Cambridge 0, Carlisle 0, Portsmouth 0, Colchester 0, Hartlepool 0, Crewe 0, Stevenage 2, Doncaster 1, Accrington 1, Exeter 1, Blackpool 2, Leyton Orient 0, Cheltenham 1, Luton 1, Plymouth 1, Mansfield 1, Newport 1, Morecambe 1, Grimsby 0, Notts County 0, Yeovil 0, and Wickham 1, Crawley 1. So those are the half-time scores around the grounds in the top 4 divisions of English football. Of course, the score at the Ricoh Arena not looking too good for the Sky Blues of Coventry City, losing 2-0 at home to Swindon Town. So yes, it's not going very well for the Sky Blues, unfortunately. But here at Spinks Drive, it's going perfectly for the Red and Greens of Coventry United, leading by 2-0. Thanks to Kevin Thornton, the former Coventry City midfielder, who has put the Red and Greens in front after a really bad fumble by Laurie Pearson earlier in the match. So as things stand, United are going to get the 3 points, but of course still a lot of football to play. We're going to be going through the starting lineups once again. Might as well do it now as the players are right in front of us. So for the visitors of Shepshed Dynamo, number 1, Laurie Pearson, 2, Jared Russell, 3, Josh Morrell, 4, Joe Pheasant, 5, Jake Betts, number 6, Niall Prendeville, 7, Joel Carter, 8, Matt Gardner, 9, Matt Langham, 10, Michael Reeve, and 11, Jake Woolley. And for Coventry United, number 1, Rich Morris, 2, Pierre Moodim, 3, Ben Valance, 4, Jean Decory, 5, Lewis Eisen, 6, Jamie Coleman, 7, Kevin Thornton, 8, Chris Cox, 9, Jimmy Holton, 10, Josh O'Grady, and 11, Courtney Cameron. So those are the starting lineups that you need as we get set for the second half at Spinks Drive. Coventry United lead Shepshed by 1-0. Goal coming from Kevin Thornton just 5 minutes in. You right? Substitute Tommy Glasgow picks up the ball in front of the camera. We probably will be seeing him in the second half. He very rarely is left out of the team. And it appears we may well have a substitute with Luke Morton holding the substitute board. It's number 16 coming on. So looking at my team sheet, I think number 16 is I think that's Muzzy and Duna. As I look at the team sheet, so try and figure out who's coming off. There's the number 16 there for Coventry United. The number 16 is Muzzy and Duna. And the number 11, Courtney Cameron. Indeed, yes, Courtney Cameron is not on the field. So Courtney Cameron is being subbed off for Coventry United at half-time. I can only assume it's down to an injury because Cameron hasn't had a bad game at all. So for Coventry United, the change at half-time, Muzzy and Duna replacing the injured Courtney Cameron in what I assume will be a straight swap on the right-hand side of the United front line. United going for the 4-3-3, it seems, during the first half. So I'd assume that it will be Nduna on the left of that three-man attack, O'Grady on the right, and Jimmy Holton down the middle. So there you go, straight swap, Cameron off and Duna on as we get set for the second half here at Spinks Drive. Coventry United 1, Shepshed Dynamo 0. Let's get the second half underway as Coventry United kick out. They're kicking from right to left. And yes, Alan Coventry are going down. He's rubbing it in big style. There really is there isn't a worse kind of hell you can put yourself through than being a Coventry City fan. But you know what? We stride on. And that's exactly what Coventry United are doing against the conditions here at Spinks Drive. They do lead by 1-0 thanks to Kevin Thornton. That change at half-time sees Muzzy and Duna replace the injured Courtney Cameron. Free kick given to the Red and Greens inside their own half. Coleman puts it forward, nodded on by Chris Cox towards the right-hand side where Josh O'Grady is waiting. And it will be shepherded out of play by Josh Morrell on the far side. It's a throw into Shepshed. Hook forward. Michael Reeve, good control, takes it around. Chris Cox. Attempted slide challenge from Joshua Gray. Doesn't go well. Ball to the right hand side. Finds Woolley. Jared Russell punts it forward. And only onto the chest of the teenage centre back Lewis Eisen, who of course scored United's equalising goal last Saturday at Walsall Wood. Highlights, of course, of that game are on the Matchday YouTube channel, so you can go have a look at those after today's match. Morris over to Lewis Eisen. Mood him. United stride into enemy lines. Chipped onto the left hand side towards Muzzy and Duna. And Duna nodded on now. Jimmy Holton in front of goal. And a good catch by Laurie Pearson as he attempts to make up for that atrocious error, leading to United's only goal of the game so far. 5 minutes into the first half. He'll go some way to making amends. And Jimmy Holton, who of course isn't an established number 9, he's a central midfielder by trade, with a decent effort as United push forward once again with Pierre Moodim chipped in towards Muzzy and Duna, and a crucial challenge made by Joe Pheasant once again to put it out for a Coventry United corner. The Red and Greens going after that second goal early in the second period. And it will be Mr. Set Piece himself, Josh O'Grady, to take this one from the right hand side. When it comes to free kicks and corners, Josh is certainly your man. fact, we have seen him score goals from that sort of position this season. I wouldn't rule it out, especially with these wins. Four options in the box for United, two on the edge of the box. It's whipped in, it's Ison, and it's cleared by Betts. As Ison couldn't direct his head towards goal. John Decory. Ison. Moodim, a grace free on the right hand side. Moodim's got to go on his own though. Just into the area, and there's no one there. And it will fall into the hands of Pearson, who throws it to Morale. Shepshed looking to break forward. Russell. The attack slows down off the right hand side now with Jake Woolley. Clipped from behind by Muzzy and Dean. The referee says no foul. And Jake Woolley strides forward now for Shepshed. Russell punts it forward into the box, and Coleman able to hoof it out once again, but it's kept alive. Prenderville. Garner out wide to Jake Woolley, and the cross flies out of bounds for a Coventry United goal kick. And the Red and Greens retain their 1 goal advantage. Let's get the latest score now from the Rico Arena. A very bleak looking scoreline at half time with the Sky Blues losing by 2-0. And it is still 2-0, but there is a substitution for the Sky Blues as Stuart Bevan replaces Andy Rose for the Sky Blues. So Bevan back from a hamstring injury. Still no sight of Jordan Willis though, the Sky Blues skipper, with Nathan Cameron taking over the armband for the last couple of games. Rich Morris takes the goal kick here at Sphinx Drive. Return to the action between United and Shepshed. Holton. And the ball just gets away from him there. Forced to the ground by Michael Reeve, and the referee gives the free kick around 5 yards into Shepshed territory. United settle back into their rhythm at the start of this second half. 5 minutes gone, 40 remaining, and the quick free kick from United called back by the referee. Thornton. Low one to Jimmy Holton. Tries to lay it off for Chris Cox. Holton's vision letting him down there. And it's hooked away, but I believe that was Pheasant who put that one out of play. Around the halfway line, United throw in. Taken by Thornton. Up line to Moodim. Tried a cheeky little back heel around Morale. Didn't quite work, but he'll get a second attempt at it. The throw in. As Morale knocks it out of bounds. Grady return ball to Moodim. A little bit high and it catches him out. Reeve, Carter, Betts puts it forward. Woolley under pressure as he's forced back into dangerous territory now. Punted forward by Pheasant. Side challenge from Coleman, doesn't get the ball. As Latham has put it out for a corner kick. He was in the penalty area. It looks like Coleman did get something on the ball in fact, and Latham's taking it over to the corner and he's making his way into the penalty area. Very dangerous long ball there from Joe Pheasant. Very nearly caught the Red and Greens out. All it takes is one hopeful ball and one lucky bounce. And Shepshed will have the opportunity they need. It's hooked into the area. You're trying to get this one out of danger. They do. Well, Betts puts it back into danger! And a ferocious strike! Well, how about that for a centre-back? And in fact, no, the goal has been disallowed. The goal has been disallowed. It will not count. Well, you've got to say that is a terrible shame for Shepshed. An incredible strike from the captain, Jake Betts. But the referee's seen something there that he didn't like. I assume it was a push in the back of the United defender. And the referee has chalked that one off. No goal. It will not count. And Coventry United retain their lead. But boy, oh boy, they came close there. The ball in the net. But the referee says, no, we're not doing it that way. So it remains Coventry United 1, Shepshed Dynamo 0. But you've got to ask yourself, for how much longer would it remain 1-0? After efforts like that. You can probably hear the Shepshed coaching staff not too happy about what's going on the pitch. Of course, we do apologise if you do hear any swearing over the microphone. But of course, do remember we are at a football match, so it's not going to be squeaky clean language everywhere we go. I'm surprised we didn't hear any Aston Villa chants on Sunday when United ladies played Aston Villa ladies. Thankfully we got away from those. Prenderville, Reeve, back to Prenderville. It's picked up by Joel Carter. Woolly's free on the right. Carter holds it up and plays it to Jared Russell at right back. Long lofted ball towards the left hand side. Moonham heads it up rather than out. Prenderville looking for Latham. Reeve nods it on, but it's intercepted once again by Pierre Moodham and put out for a... Will it be a throw-in? Yes, it will. Well, Shepshed still reeling from that disallowed goal. An incredible long-range error from Luke Betts, the captain. It was a tremendous finish, but the referee refused to give it. We assume it was for an infringement in the penalty area leading up to the goal. Cox stabs over to the Corey. Back to Fords on the halfway line. Shepshed regroup at the back. Moodham's first touch, Nduna's first touch lets him down. Nduna shields the ball. Valence stabs it forward. And Russell tries to put it out of play. It's blocked by Valence. Muzzy and Nduna now for Coventry United. Trying to go on his own here. Still going, Muzzy and Nduna. Fantastic run. He's still going. Onto the left now with Ben Valence. Cross put in. And it's hooked away by Pheasant, who's been a real hero at the back so far for Shepshed Dynamo. Coleman to the core as United look to take another hit at this brick wall. Thornton onto the right with Josh O'Grady. Moodham's up there with him. Options in the centre, including Holton and Nduna. Can he get the cross in? He's forced down by Reeve. Referee says no foul. Goal kick to Shepshed. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 35 remaining at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United still lead by 1-0. Kevin Thornton's goal in the 5th minute after the mistake by Laurie Pearson, giving the Red and Greens a slender advantage. They have looked comfortable so far in this game, but as Shepshed proved just a couple of minutes ago, goals can come out of nowhere, especially in these conditions. We have Jake Betts' incredible strike being cut out by the referee, and a side challenge from Chris Cox cuts the ball out of play. And it's going to be Jared Russell to take this throw now for Shepshed Dynamo in their changed yellow and black strip. Score update from the Ricoh Arena. It remains at 2-0 to Swindon. The Sky Blues losing at home against Swindon Town by 2-0 thanks to goals from Nicky Ajose and Jonathan Obika. So this 6-pointer for the Sky Blues is going the way of the Robins. And the Robins will certainly be rocking all the way home. Moody able to get the ball to the area out. Betts puts it back into danger. It's straight to the hand of Jimmy Coleman. Thornton. It's taken out from behind by Niall Prenderville. And it will be a free kick to the Red and Greens. Of course, you can get in touch with us regarding our Man of the Match award. Let us know on Twitter at CovMatchday who you think should be our Coventry United Matchday Man of the Match. I've certainly got a few ideas in my head at the moment. Done forward by Morris. And a free kick Coventry United as Josh Morrell tugs Joshua Gray down from behind. It's a perfect opportunity for O'Grady and Thornton to whip this one in, with 4 United bodies making their way into the penalty area. You've got Ison, Cox, Holt and Nduna there, providing a short option on the right. Thornton coming into the centre as well. It's going to be O'Grady's delivery. O'Grady with 9 goals this season for Coventry United. Will he go on himself or will he chip it in? Well, he lays it up to Moody for the cross on the right hand side. Just want to sidestep Morale and keep it under control just about. It's going out for a corner kick to Coventry United. Morale getting his foot in there and blocking the attempted cross from Pierre Mudim. Let's get some scores from the Premier League. No goals since half-time in the top flight. Swansea still drawing 1-1 at Chelsea. Palace still beating Middlesbrough 1-0. Everton 1-0 up at home to Sunderland. 0-0 between Hull and Burnley. While West Brom lead Bournemouth 2-1 in the Premier League. And there's been another goal at the Ricoh Arena. Game, set and match. No, wait, that's Oxford, thankfully. There's been no goal at the Ricoh Arena. It's been a third goal at Chesterfield between Oxford and Chesterfield, and luckily it's still 2-0 to Swindon Town. It's still 2-0. Josie and Abika scoring the goals, so luckily no more goals at the Ricoh. We're hoping that Sky Blues, of course, can get themselves out of this danger, but it's not looking very good at the moment. Pearson punts up one forward. Brought down by Latham. Woolley on the right hand side. Looks to get the ball in towards Latham. It's just about cut out by Thornton. Bounces towards Coleman at centre back. Long ball down the right hand side to Josh O'Grady. He's got Cox forward, deflected towards Cox, but it's picked up well by Niall Prendeville. Betts does well to find Matt Gardner under pressure from Thornton. Play back to Betts. Gardner again. Tries to put it down the left-hand side, easy cut out by Mudim. You know, they've got a couple of men forward here. Kevin Thornton making the run down the right-hand side, and he slips, and it goes straight back into the hands of Laurie Pearson. Here's Woolley again, and doing it as well to block his approach, block the ball, and give it back to Ben Valance. Here's Nduna once again, who came on as a sub for Courtney Cameron earlier in the match. Passed down the left-hand wing, cut out well by Jared Russell. And Valance was ready to take the throw, but it seems as if one of the Shepshed players was requiring treatment. It doesn't look too well at the moment. I think it's Woolley who seems to be limping at the moment. And well, here comes the long throw of Jamie Coleman. We haven't seen it in a while. It's been Lewis Ireson recently taking these long throws into the air, but here comes Kohler. Hoops it in towards Holton, headed away by Reeve. Not a bad effort there from the centre-back. He's got to get back into position as Latham picks it up. He's got Gardner forward, punts it forward. Gardner tries to get on the loose ball. He will get there. He's on the left-hand side of the penalty area, waits for options, tries to take it around Pierre Mudim. He has just about, but he hasn't done it legally. He was pushing and pulling at Mudim, and there is going to be a free kick to the Red and Greens on the outside of their own penalty area. Down the right hand side, Jimmy Holton. Cross put in towards Nduna, drags it a little bit wide. Cox goes down under the challenge of Carter. Referee says no fouls. Reeve puts it out of danger. But Woolley can't control. Vance brings it back to the Red and Greens. Corey in the centre circle. Across to Pierre Mudim on the right wing. Forward to Josh O'Grady. He's got Holton there. Mudim making the overlapping run as well. Holton tries the return ball to O'Grady, and it's cut out well by Carter. Prendeville back to Carter. Carter onto the right hand side now, finds Jake Woolley in space. Woolley should be able to keep this one in, and he does so. Vans across trying to make life difficult for the Shepshed winger. Cuts off his run, and Woolley forced back. Oh, put through the legs beautifully there by Jared Russell. Russell striding towards the area, and a fantastic challenge from Chris Cox, who of course in recent weeks has been playing at centre back for the Red and Greens. But here come United. Holton halts his run and puts it onto the right hand side for Josh. Not the best of balls, it's taken O'Grady a little bit wider than he would have liked. Can he put the ball in? Yes he can, towards Cox, chested away by Betts. And slide challenge by Chris Cox, taking out Josh Morrell. We could see our first yellow card of the afternoon. It was an unnecessary challenge. The ball had already gone. And I don't think that Chris Cox will have any complaints if he goes into the book. Pearson to take the free kick on the left-hand side of his penalty area. It remains at 1-0 to Coventry United. bounced all the way back to Rich Morris for Coventry United. He plays it to Lewis Isom, the centre-back for the Red and Greens. Thornton passing it around at the back. United seem comfortable at the moment. Like we say, goals can come out of anywhere, especially in these conditions. Thornton switches it onto the left-hand side where Ben Vance is in acres of space. Moving forward after coming on for Courtney Cameron at half-time. Moodim, lovely return ball down the left-hand side, finds Ben Vance in space, hooks the cross in, and the cross lets him down there, and he goes into the hands of Pearson. A real opportunity for Coventry United. Would have been better for Vance to hold the ball up and wait for Holton to get into a better position. It's especially in these kind of games, you've got to live in the moment. You've got to live on instinct. And Vance's instincts let him down there. But here comes Kevin Thornton, scorer of the only goal so far. A rather fortuitous goal, it has to be said. Forward to Holton. Holton lets it run through his legs. Russell just about gets there. Vance will keep that one in. Well, the whole ball didn't cross the line, but the referee has called it as a throw into Shepshed. Of course, we were a little bit closer than the referee. We've got a better view of it, but of course the referee can only give what he sees. And he obviously saw the ball go over the byline, which is something we didn't see. Russell, down the right-hand side, easily cut out by Jamie Coleman for Coventry United. Now Kevin Thornton, as we are around halfway through this second half. The ball across to the right wing, drifts out of play, and it will be a throw in to Shepshed. As the winds no sign of relenting at Spinks Drive, dreadful conditions. It's cold, it's wet, it's windy. I thought Storm Doris had left 2 days ago. Looks like Doris has made a return. Rather unwelcome one as the ball into the area is headed out by Joe Pheasant, and it will be a throw-in right in the right-hand corner for Coventry United. And Ison's going to be on the end of this one. Ison to whip this one in towards the head of Chris Cox. Right, it goes towards Holton. He couldn't get a head on it though. Ison tries to keep it alive, and the pressure from Reeve from behind. Thornton now moved him, striding forward, tried to put it in for Ison. It's well cut out by Joel Carter. Woolley striding forward now for Shepshed. Latham, rather more defensive zone that we've seen him so far today. Across to the left now with Josh Morale, and the pressure from Josh O'Grady, and that pressure has done wonders for the Red and Greens as Morale's pass drifts out of play for a Coventry United throw. United retain their lead. O'Grady taken out by Joel Carter. He made no attempt to go for the ball there, and it could well be a yellow card. It was a rather cynical challenge. O'Grady's okay. Well, I don't think he's majorly injured. He is holding his sternum, but he doesn't seem to be too injured. And the referee goes back to deal with Carter. No yellow card. The referee being quite lenient today. He's trying to let the game flow as much as he can. You have to give respect to the referee for not branching the yellow card when he could have easily done so. It's not something we like to see. Yellow cards left, right and centre. We've seen it so many times this season where referees just whip out the card at the first sign of trouble. And luckily, this referee doesn't see things that way. But Ison not his team right into danger. He gives the ball straight to Matt Latham. Reeves forward. But his forward ball easily cut out by Coleman. Vance taken out from behind, and a strike towards goal by Prenderville. Blocked well, but still in danger now for Shepshed as Reeve is taken out, and the referee waves away the penalty claims. Reeve was taken out, and there is going to be a yellow card now, as both Shepshed players and staff protest towards the referee and the linesman. And there is going to be a yellow card. We can see Kai Williams getting ready as well to come on for Coventry United. And Latham, I believe, is the man who's going to be in trouble. falling over a couple of Shepshed players. Matt Betts is in there as well. Sorry, Jake Betts, I should say. So it's Betts and Latham, who the referee's only talking to. Latham is going to get a yellow card. There certainly was contact with Michael Reeve. If anything, I think United are actually quite lucky to get away with that one. But the referee, adamant, there was nothing that he didn't like. And I think he's given a corner now. A rather bizarre situation here for both United and Shepshed, but it is going to be a corner on the right hand side. The referee is now checking on the condition of Jamie Coleman, who was on the floor in comfort. The referee saying we don't quite need the trainer just yet. And there's been another goal at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have got their lead back. Chelsea 2, Swansea 1. It remains 2-0 to Swindon at the Ricoh Arena between the Sky Blues of Coventry City and Swindon Town. It's going to be Josh Morale's delivery from the right-hand side, this corner kick. There it goes into the penalty area towards the far post, nodded towards goal. A good catch from Rich Morris. It was Latham's header, and Morris taken out as he attempts to make the throw. I didn't quite see what happened there. It was Morris took the throw. He was caught. The referee is calling over. Is it Betts? I believe it's Jake Betts, the captain. I didn't quite see what happened there, but Morris is still down. Well, he's not the sort of player that tends to use these situations to his advantage, but Jake Betts is going to go in the book here. We had some players on the far side behind the Shepshed goal asking for Betts to be sent off. It's not going to happen. It's a yellow card for the skipper. So a second yellow card in quick succession for Shepshed. Firstly to Latham for dissent, now for Jake Betts for a collision with Rich Morris, who sort of a little bit dazed, but is back on his feet. So we've got around 15 minutes to go at Sphinx Drive. And we're going to be naming our Coventry United Matchday Man of the Match in 5 minutes time. So let us know on Twitter at CovMatchday who you think should receive the accolade. Morale picks it up, flicked on by Reeve, good tackle by Lewis Eisen. Bringing it back for Coventry United, ball down the right hand side by Josh O'Grady towards Jimmy Holton. Picked up by Betts, who turns out and lays it off to Pheasant. Lovely long ball, looking for Latham, and long balls from the back by Pheasant. Have caught United out on several occasions so far, but that one will not be so dangerous. And Duna inadvertently brings the ball back for United as Russell put the ball straight onto Unduna's head, but the possession didn't last for long. Valence kept in by Unduna, back to Valence. United win the ball back. Valence on the left hand side. Kevin Thornton holds it up well. Unduna's with him, as is Chris Cox. Chris Cox into the penalty area now. Cox will strike, and not a bad effort at all from Chris Cox. It goes wide at the near post. It was a cleanly hit strike from Cox, but still 1-0 to the Red and Greens, and here comes some firepower from the bench as Jimmy Holton makes his way off, an unconventional choice at number 9. He makes his way off to be replaced by the only out-and-out striker in the entire Coventry United squad. Now the likes of Simeon Townsend, Dylan Shuddy and Ben Mackey have all left the club. So Kai Williams makes his way onto the pitch. Takes the goal kick, and there's been another goal at the Ricoh Arena. Well, now say that the Great Escape is well and truly off. 3-0 to Swindon. And it's a Jose again. Hey, I called it. I called it. A Jose to score twice. No one believed me. No one believed me, but it's happened. Muzianduna strides away for United, but the ball into the centre circle cut out well by Betts. United able to pick up possession. The ball bobbles around the centre circle. Kai Williams on the left-hand side. Now Ben Valence. Cox wants it. Thornton wants it. It's put forward towards Williams. Not the best of balls, and Betts picks it up. Gardner. And Shepshed try and find this equalising goal. They've got about 12 minutes to get it. As the wind still blows and howls around Spinks Drive. You can probably hear my teeth chattering over the microphone. It's absolutely freezing here at Spinks Drive. I need to bring my hat next time. Thornton forced into the left-hand corner. He's taken out from behind by Michael Reeve. Referee says no foul. He didn't get contact on the ball. He certainly took out Thornton. United play on. Cox switches it onto the left-hand side with Ben Valence. Lets it bounce. Just about finds Nduna. Didn't quite wait that pass right, but he has found the substitute. Strides forward, tried to put it through for Cox. He looked like he was in an offside position and left it. Betts. Gardner punts it forward. Reeve chests it down, looking for Carter. United able to nick it away. Carter intercepts on the left-hand side, keeps it alive for Shepshed. Switches onto the right-hand side where Jake Woolley is waiting. Latham's forward. Woolley overlapping run from Jared Russell. Russell tries to get the space to put in the cross. Plays a 1-2 with Woolley, and Valence gets a touch in it and puts it out of play for a throw for Shepshed Dynamo as we enter the final 10 minutes. We're going to name our match day man of the match next time the ball goes out of play. Ison heads it up rather than out. And again, and it finds Woolley, who nods it back into danger. Thornton's got to try and get this one away here under pressure from Reeve once again. And Nduna slides in. Thornton comes away with the ball and can try and get this one out of danger. Now he's playing it out rather than booting it out. And Valence's clearance goes straight to Woolley. Now Reeve in the right-hand corner. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. It's towards Latham, and a crucial catch by Rich Morris before either Latham or I think Woolley was in there as well before anyone could get there. Mood him. Cox. Williams wanted the through ball. Doesn't get it. Mood him. He's got O'Grady on the right. Puts O'Grady through. Crossing opportunity. Two options in the centre. O'Grady, Moodham in space, finds Pierre Moodham. Well, no, he doesn't. Moodham just waiting for the ball to come to him. It should have been an easy gather for Pierre Moodham, but he was too complacent there. But Decory taken out by Joel Carter. And free kick to Coventry United halfway into enemy territory. Well, we're going to name our Coventry United match day man of the match today. A solid defensive display and creative edge to his game as well for our man of the match today. And that is Shepshed Dynamo's number 4, Joe Pheasant. Also strong games for Pierre Moodham and Kevin Thornton for the Red and Greens. And the award goes to Joe Pheasant today for Shepshed. In all fairness, without him it could have been a whole lot worse for the Dynamo. Thornton puts it in towards Cox, not at far post towards O'Grady. It will drift out of play for a throw to Shepshed. Well, the rain's getting a little bit heavier at Spinks Drive, but we're not too far away from the end now. And we can see some of the Shepshed fans bouncing up and down next to us, just trying to keep warm. Challenge from Chris Cox on the edge of the area. Cox goes all on his own. Fantastic save by Pearson, and he parted it out of play. Well, that atrocious error 5 minutes in, which allowed Kevin Thornton to put United in front. Pearson's been trying to make amends. He certainly did so there, stopping a fantastic error from Chris Cox. United will keep it alive with Muzianduna on the left-hand side. And offside against the United man. Shepshed desperately trying to get a couple more opportunities before the final whistle. They haven't got long. They've got about 9 minutes. Pearson puts it forward. Bounces to Coventry United's Kevin Thornton. And a little bit of hustle and bustle there between Decory and Carter off the ball. And the referee is pulling out the book. Carter's already had a couple of warnings. He's being called over. Well, Carter seemed to be the instigator behind that one. You know, John Decory doesn't like to be messed with on the pitch. Carter tries to walk away. It's not going to do him any favours with the referee, and it is going to be a yellow card. The United player is being told to leave the vicinity. So Decory's not going to be punished here, and rightly so. It's Joel Carter who has had several opportunities from the referee. He's not going to get another one. It's a yellow card with the number 7. In all fairness, he could have been booked a couple of times by the ref, trying to be very lenient. Sometimes there's only one decision you can give, and now the referee is having a word with United players. He's talking to John Decory forward. Well, that's an avoidable scenario for Coventry United. Doesn't come back to bite them. So around 5 minutes until the final whistle here at Spinks Drive. The scoreline hasn't changed for a good 80 minutes. It remains Coventry United 1, Shepshed Dynamo 0. Kevin Thornton's goal thanks to an error by Laurie Pearson in the Shepshed goal. All that separates the two sides at the moment. As a long ball by Morrill is easily caught by Rich Morris. Now Ben Valance for Coventry United puts it forward towards Chris Cox. Cox nods it on for Williams. Easy intercepted by man of the match Joe Pheasant. John Decory. Now Thornton, Mooden making a run on the right hand side, tries to play him through. In fact, it's come to Josh O'Grady. Mooden still making that run. O'Grady, you're going to try and cut in here. Or will he try and lay the cross in? He puts the cross in, and well, a failed attempt at the clearance by Jared Russell. The ball picked up at the far post by Muzzy and Duna, laid up to Kevin Thornton. Dodges a challenge from Prendeville, strikes one from range, blocked by a member of the Shepshed defence. And Russell puts it out of play off the leg of Kevin Thornton for a Shepshed throw. They need to act quickly. They've got 5 minutes to go and find themselves an equaliser. And of course, the previous game between these two sides ended in a draw. Ben Hazy, who I believe is no longer with the club, scored twice on that day for Shepshed. And Dynamo only have... Well, they haven't got anyone on the pitch so far this season who's scored more than 10 goals. And Chris Cox caught offside as he makes his way into the penalty area. So Dynamo's top scorer this season is Liam Reid, who is not in the squad today. And the referee is having a word with John Decory now, and Decory's already been booked. Decory has already been booked here. It could well be another yellow card for dissent. And this would plunge Coventry United deep into the doldrums. He's been given one more chance. Decory's not happy about it, but he's got to be careful whether he agrees with the referee's decision or not. The referee is one decision away from brandishing what would be Decory's third red card of the season. Ball put into the area, bounces around. Reeve couldn't get a clean contact on it. It bounces into the hands of Rich Morris. Shepshed starting to look dangerous now as they push forward looking for this equalising goal. And Decory really has to be careful because we've seen how frail United can be at the back this season with 10 men. Case in point, the Westfields game and the defeat against Alfchurch as well. So United have to be careful. Pheasant. Good forward ball to Langham. Woolley shields the ball from Valance. Not successfully though, as Valance strides away with the ball. Shepshed not happy about it, but Valance is all on his own here. Chris Cox, now Thornton. Shepshed not picking up the United players. It's 5 against 4 here for Coventry United. Thornton onto the right with Josh O'Grady. Tries to cut in, lays it off for Thornton. Trying to set himself up for a shot from outside the area. Now Ben Valance. Literally got about 2 minutes of normal time to go. And United's slender lead remains intact. Well, the Rico Arena, Swindon have anything but a slender lead. They still lead by 3 goals to 0. A all from Nicky Ajose and one from Jonathan Obika before half-time. The Sky Blues are in desperate straits right now. But United still trying to repel this Shepshed attack. Jared Russell tries to get into the head of Michael Reeve, nodded away by Coleman. Josh O'Grady, some of the fans making their way into the clubhouse in the warm, and who can blame them? It's been freezing cold here at Spinks Drive, and the Shepshed fans haven't had too much to cheer about. And John Decory, he could be off. Decory making contact with the leg of Niall Prendeville. He's had a warning, and the referee has got a decision to make here. The stud's making contact with the Shepshed man, and yeah, yellow card and a 3rd red card of the season for Jean Decory. A 2nd bookable offence, and Decory really can have no complaints. The referee has done everything he can so far today to ensure all 11 men stay on the pitch. When it comes to something like that, there is only one decision a referee can make, and Jean Decory is heading for an early shower. Although his teammates won't be far behind, they'll be following him into the dressing room in a couple of minutes. But will they be coming back with 3 points or 1? As Josh Morrow gets set to hoof this one in. Only Pearson and Russell remaining in a relatively defensive vicinity for Shepshed. Ball put in, head out for a corner by Lewis Ison. Make or break time for Shepshed. United with everyone except for Kai Williams in their own penalty area. Well, it all comes down to this. Quite possibly the last chance of the game. Depending on how much airtime the referee wants to put on the end of the second half. Towards the far post, free header over the crossbar. And disappointing for Jake Woolley. We've still got a couple of minutes until the end of normal time. So about 3 or 4 minutes. United still lead by 1 goal to 0, but of course now are down to 10 men. Jean Decory sent off for a 2nd bookable offence. And we're getting set to get underway once again with Rich Morris's goal kick towards the head of Williams. Chest control, just able to keep it away from Matt Gardner. Thornton taken out, free kick Coventry United. Well, the Shepshed staff not happy about it, but again, they can't really, you can't really say it wasn't a foul. It was a 100% free kick. And this gives United the perfect scenario. They're 1-0 up, and now they're going to make a change as Gift Musa is going to come on for Josh O'Grady in United's final change. Well, they're saying that Shepshed need a goal. Pretty sharpish. They haven't made a single substitution. United are in front. They've made all 3 of them as Musa comes on to firm up the back line. Strong display for O'Grady today. It was his strike towards goal. It was fumbled by Pearson into the path of Kevin Thornton, so I suppose you can give him an assist for that one. We'll be kind to him, we'll give him the assist. So Josh O'Grady makes his way off, and on comes Gift Musa, who's returned to the United fold in recent weeks. Punted forward. Williams brings it down for United, but loses possession, and that's Josh Morrow. Carter. Morrow. Carter again. Long, hopeful ball forward, looking for Reeve. Coleman nods it back to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris, who can't keep it from going out for a corner. And we've been saying it throughout this second half, those hopeful long balls, especially in these conditions, can provide a real danger. United are not home and hosed yet. We've got another minute or so of normal time plus around 2 or 3 minutes of added time. They've still got to see off this Shepshed threat. It's going to be Josh Morrill to whip it in. It's towards Betts. Overhead kick. Can he get it in? Oh, it's at the post! It's hit the post! Well, there you have it. We're saying it's not over until the final whistle goes. It's back in. It's Reeve. And it's caught by Rich Morris. Catch your breath, everyone. Coventry United riding their luck. Jake Betts with the initial effort. He'll smash towards the net. Struck the woodwork. I didn't see who got the second touch on it. But 3 bites of the cherry for Shepshed Dynamo. They still couldn't put it into the net. Like I safely say, Coventry United fans are not going to have any fingernails left by the time the final whistle goes. Russell punts it forward, looking for Reed. Can he get his head on it? Headed away by Lewis Eisen, brought back down to work by Kevin Thornton. Now Pierre Mudim. Normal time is over. We're into added time. About 2 or 3 minutes. Thornton taken out. Referee says foul against Matt Langham. And United are going to do everything they can now to see this game out. They came within a whisker of losing this lead. Eisen, ball forward towards Muzzy and Duna. And Duna gets his chest on it. Goes to the ground and the challenger Josh Morrill. Referee says no. Morrill to Carter. Lofted ball to the right hand side. Finds Jake Woolley in space if he can keep it in. He does keep it in. Valence tries to block his path. Lovely ball by Woolley. Eisen heads it across his own box. Langham strikes. Great save by Rich Morris to deny Langham. Well, Shepshed have had more opportunities in the last 5 minutes than they have throughout the whole game. Valence forward towards Kai Williams. He's onside. No, he isn't. And the lights on the far side flags. But Shepshed Dynamo are not going to lay down and accept this defeat. They're going all out. Russell. Ball into the area. Morris comes out and catches well. We've had around 2 minutes of injury time so far. And there's been a goal at the Ricoh Arena. Consolation goal for the Sky Blues. Unless there's going to be some sort of miracle comeback, it's not going to mean anything. But Coventry City have got one back. And Duna. Kai Williams into the area, holds it up well. Kai Williams, and it's out for a goal kick. Wide at the near post, and I can confirm it's George Thomas who has scored in the first minutes of added time at the Ricoh Arena. It's Coventry 1, Swindon 3. But here at Spinks Drive, it's Coventry United 1, Shepshed Dynamo 0. But how it's remained at 1-0, I really do not know. Thornton strides down the right. United in search of a second goal. Down the wing, and Duna just beaten to the ball by Joe Pheasantine. Man of the match, he puts it out for a throw into Coventry United, just about level with the edge of the Shepshed penalty area. And United are going to take every single second that they can to take this throw in. We've had around 3 minutes of added time. There surely can't be long left now. A minute at maximum. So 3 minutes of added time already played. And Duna, not just trying to retain possession. And they haven't done so, they've lost it. Pheasant punts it up. Betts flicks it on. He was looking for Langham. There was no Prendeville. He's not going to find him though. Coleman, Eisen, United in dangerous positions. They've got to put this one forward and get it out of danger. They have done. Here's Thornton in the centre circle, under pressure from behind by Joe Pheasant. Forward to Mudim. Lets it run. Will Mudim keep this in? Yes, he will. He's got options in the centre. Still going forward. One last chance. Towards Betts. Knotted on. Can Reeve pick it up in the penalty area? Yes, he can. Reeve forced forward by Jamie Coleman. Surrounded by United players. And it's a goal kick shepherded out of play. And the referee calls for full time at Spinks Drive. Coventry United somehow, some way, have been able to hang on to a precious 1-goal lead. Shepshed gave everything they had in the last 10 minutes, but it simply wasn't enough. And the Red and Greens can give themselves a well-earned pat on the back after a well-earned victory. The final score at Spinks Drive is Coventry United 1, Shepshed Dynamo 0. Well, let's give you some final scores now before we leave you here on Coventry United Match Day. And it's not full time yet at the Rico, but it remains Coventry City 1, Swindon Town 3. So the Sky Blues losing again at the Rico Arena. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some fairly angry Sky Blues fans phoning up another radio station for the phone-in tonight. It's certainly one that I'm going to want to listen to, because there's nothing I like better than listening to fans voice their anger. And believe me, Coventry City fans have a lot to be angry about recently. Big thank you to our assistant cameraman, Mr. Reynolds Jr. And, well, that's pretty much going to bring us to an end after we go through the final scores. At Chelsea 3, Swansea 1, Crystal Palace 1, Middlesbrough 0, Everton 2, Sunderland 0, Hull City 1, Burnley 1, West Brom 2, Bournemouth 1. Those are the full-time scores in the Premier League. In the Championship, Leeds 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Aston Villa 1, Derby County 0, Barnsley 1, Huddersfield 1, Brentford 4, Rotherham 2, Cardiff City 2, Fulham 2, Newcastle 2, Bristol City 2, Preston 2, QPR 1, Wigan 0, Nottingham Forest 0. In League 1, Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0, Bristol Rovers 1, Scunthorpe 1, Charlton 0, Bury 1, Chesterfield 0, Oxford 4, Coventry 1, Swindon Town 3. Oh. Doesn't get any easier, doesn't it? It doesn't get any easier. Fleetwood 3, Northampton 0, Gillingham 2, Southend 1, MK Dons 2, Shrewsbury 1, Oldham 0, Millwall 0, Peterborough 3, Rochdale 1, Port Vale 1, Bradford 3, Sheffield United 2, Bolton 0, and finally in League 2, Barnet 0, Cambridge 1, Carlisle 0, Portsmouth 3, Colchester 2, Hartlepool 1, Crewe 1, Stevenage 2, Doncaster 2, Accrington 2, Exeter 2, Blackpool 2, Leyton Orient 0, Cheltenham 1, Luton 1, Plymouth 1, Mansfield 2, Newport 1, Morecambe 1, Grimsby 0, Notts County 0, Yeovil 0, and Wickham 1, Crawley 2. And yes, Coventry are going down. It's inevitable now. It's all sealed. It's all signed. It's all delivered. And, well, as a Coventry City fan, I'm absolutely heartbroken. But as a Coventry United commentator, I'm thrilled for the Red and Greens who gave their absolute all here today at Spinks Drive. And for the first time since, I can't remember when the last time was, we've ended the game in relative light. So the floodlights not quite taking over. The floodlights are on, but the artificial light not taking over from the natural light for this evening. But unfortunately, that is going to end our coverage here on Coventry United Match Day with Liam Cook. We hope you can join us next Saturday when we are, I believe we're on the road again. If we can get the next fixture up for Coventry United. It's rather slow actually, the laptop, trying to find out who we've got next. Tividale. We've got Tividale away next Saturday. You can get live coverage of that match from 2:45 p.m. right here on Coventry United Match Day with Liam Cook. But from me and everyone here at Spinks Drive, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you at Tividale next weekend.